Hello Internet, I'm Noel Byrne and welcome to Feck, the show that in West Philadelphia was born and raised on the playground where it spent most of its days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and a couple of guys, they were up to no good, started making trouble in its neighbourhood. It got in one little fight and its mom got scared, and it sent it to live with its auntie and uncle in Bel Air.
And I'm not making a joke this week. Coming up on tonight's show, are robots taking our jobs and robot women?
Are One Direction the seventh sign of the apocalypse?
And finally, Pantone Paint Company have named green the new black. Does this mean frogs are better at basketball now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're jumpers.
They're jumpers, yeah. They could get right up onto the hoop.
What are we doing this week?
Okay, well, as you know, we're big fans of quirky inventions.
Yeah, I work on this show, I know that.
Thanks. So basically this week, one that caught my attention is from Asia somewhere.
Somewhere in Asia.
Yeah,
it's a small enough place, you know, in that area.
I don't go into too much detail on these things.
Okay.
Basically, it's called a sun jar. And with all the doom and gloom around these days and the lack of sunshine, which isn't really that irregular for Ireland, you can buy a sun jar.
What's a sun jar?
It's basically, right, it's about that tall.
Yes.
And it shines bright light after collecting solar energy.
You see, you just kind of described a lamp. It's just a little box that shines light.
So it collects the light from the sun through a panel on top, and it shines the light out, and it costs £20.
It costs £20. And what merits it being better than a lamp? Why is it called a sun jar?
Well, it's in the shape of a jar,
okay.
But you can also use it for storage, so you could put in, you know, maybe some chocolate bars or sweets or condoms or something
When you're
like that.
storing sun in there, can you still store chocolate bars in there?
Yeah, because it's not actual fragments of sun, it is just light after all.
Yeah, what then? A bit melty? It'll get a bit melty.
It doesn't generate heat, just light.
Oh, okay. I find that hard to believe.
I haven't got my hands on one,
yeah.
But we have a clip from one of the online websites that you can buy it from, and they've recorded a quick 20-second video that shows how it works. So if we can get that on screen, you really do get the gist. Not that I think it needs that much explaining.
No, I can't imagine there being much action in this clip.
No, not really. So we'll give it up time.
Yeah, the clip is...
There we go. So there's the jar on the left,
okay.
And this is the day going quite fast. So it's just sitting there collecting sunlight. It's not exactly a pretty looking jar, and then it gets dark and boom.
Yeah, they didn't actually, you know, work very hard in the design phase, did they? Yeah, it's a jar.
It's a jar.
We'll call it the sun jar.
You can get it in various colours. So there's a blue that's kind of meant to reflect the moon.
Yeah.
There's an orange one and there's a red one, which is meant to be like dusk.
Yeah, not really into it.
Not really into it?
It sounds a bit holistic-y, you know, new age crap to me.
Well, it's not going to cure anything. It's just to add some light into your day.
I thought it was meant to cure your depression.
No, not unless you like jars.
Just get a lamp. It's fine.
Get a lamp. But it's not the only thing this week we spotted, is it?
No, there was a pair of sunglasses.
Okay. Not the most original name.
Yeah, no. But I was looking at it, and I think we have a picture. Do we have a picture?
We do have a picture.
It's just it's just a pair of lights shining in your eyes.
It's like having two sun jars stuck to your forehead.
Yeah, just face jar. Yeah. It doesn't. I can't see it doing much.
That's actually one of the inventors of it.
Yeah.
It stemmed from a project on Kickstarter, and that's where, you know, people go on to the website and they open source funding for various projects. And they needed $80,000 to get it into development.
Did they get it?
They did. They got over 80,000. I think it was maybe 81 or 82,000.
So people really want this?
So people really want it, and you will actually be able to get it in store soon.
Will you be able to drive while wearing them?
I'd imagine so. It's just light shining down on your eyes.
But like right in your face?
Yeah.
Like, will you be able to read? I can't see. And the way he was holding his head there, he was kind of like this. So do you have to just sit and like have light for a little while?
Maybe if you wore sunglasses while you wore it, it'd be like equilibrium.
Yeah, might cheer you up.
I presume like all of this is geared at the days are too dark.
Yeah. I think it's more taking advantage of the days are too dark than actually solving anything.
Yeah. But it's mad though. It got $80,000 worth of funding.
Yeah. Is that from like lots of people, or is it just from one mental guy?
I think it was 94 backers, and you're able to donate at minimum $1.
Yeah. So definitely one person gave a lot to that.
Some people must have gave like a few $100s.
Yeah. Changing the world, one pair of ridiculous glasses at a time.
Yeah. So would you buy either of those? Which would you go, oh, I want that instead of that? If you had to have one or else you were going to be shot.
Well,
Which is pretty extreme.
I have to have it or I'll be shot. Well, do I have to bring the sun jar around with me?
No, you just have to keep it in your house. But you do have to look at it at least once a day.
Yeah, I'll go with the sun jar.
Okay.
Because then my friends don't have to look at me wearing the sun jar.
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, I don't really understand what the sun jar is, so...
Well, it's a storage device
Yeah.
that lights up your life.
Do I have to make it sunny? Can I just use it as a jar? Can we just buy a jar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool, sorted. Okay, moving on, and one of the segments we quite enjoy on this show, even though I'm absolutely crap at science, as you may have already noticed, is tech experiments.
Experiments.
So for this, we have to be really cautious, you know, make sure there's an adult around to supervise. We had some around, and we got safety goggles.
Do you know what the difference between you and me, Noel, is?
What?
I make this look good.
Yeah, it goes with your jumper this week.
Yeah, I have to wear 2 glasses at the moment.
Okay, so this week we attempted to recreate the whole Mentos and Diet Coke idea. Now, as far as I'm concerned, the science behind it is you drop Mentos in and the Coke explodes. But you know a bit more about it.
Oh yeah, I was looking into it earlier, and then I completely forgot about everything when we were out there doing it.
Okay.
But the science is Mentos and Diet Coke reaction.
There's some sort of chemical in the Coke, isn't there?
Yeah, and it starts with A. I didn't write it down at all.
This is like the worst science segment ever. The glasses redeem it, though.
Yeah, I think we take our job very seriously.
We do. Okay, so let's just... we recorded it earlier, so we'll just basically cue that video and have a look. This is how it went. It's really difficult to get the lid on. Ah, down my eye!
Right, lads. Okay, well done. Now.
Woo! Oh God. Which way you... Oh, bollocks. Maybe we just have different Coke bottles. Maybe we have different Coke bottles.
Yeah. Do you know, we can actually do a funny piece in that.
Could you just... No, you need to loosen a little. Okay. Not tight enough, is it? Or will it do something?
I was looking it up online, it won't at all.
Okay, what's
Another successful tech experiment, I think.
Do you think we're ever going to get to a point where they're just going to go, right, like that didn't go as well as videos we've seen?
No, well, we couldn't manage the straw and the potato thing, so...
Oh yeah, we couldn't.
Yeah. And then we left it in the bathroom for too long and it got all soggy and weird.
Yeah, that makes it sound very weird.
It's actually still there.
It is.
We could grow... apparently, if we dry it out, we can grow up to 8 potatoes with that one.
Hot damn.
I wonder would they all have the face still on it.
We'll try for next week.
Yeah.
Why do you think it didn't work, briefly?
I have a theory that it's to do with the bottle itself. And that Irish bottles, because all the videos that we saw online were all...
The round bottle.
Well, they were all in America. So maybe the American bottle is somewhat different.
They have the
in
rounder
design.
bottle.
Is that
We
what
have
it is?
The, you know, the contoured one.
Yeah. And it's either that or it was probably all your fault. So
It's probably the jumpers.
the jumpers, yeah.
Probably offended by the jumpers.
It's the magic jumpers and the repelling science.
Yeah, that's what Christmas is all about.
Oh.
Okay, you've got an update on John McAfee. We've been following his trials and tribulations.
Yeah, John McAfee, he was he's being looked for in the investigation for the murder of Gregory Saul, a man in Belize. They're looking for him because John McAfee was his neighbour. They had had a row previously, and John McAfee is bug nutty insane and owns a shit ton of guns. John McAfee went on the run, feeding police misinformation, blacking his face up with shoe polish, and eating lots of chewing gum to make himself look fatter.
One of the biggest criminals of our time.
Kind of a blacked up chewing gum man. Smells like mint and shoe polish. He escaped the country, and he blogged that he escaped the country and that you're never going to find me. He had an interview with Vice magazine, and they took a photograph, but it was with an iPhone, and iPhones have GPS encoded in all their photographs. So they found him in about 20 minutes.
So he's caught now.
Yeah, he's caught. He's in Guatemala, and he's caught, but he might not be caught for that crime, because he's been arrested for illegally entering Guatemala, but there's no word whether they'll deport him back to Belize or to America.
It'd be such a shame if they deported him to his home.
Oh, not America.
Where all my stuff is.
All my things are here.
Okay, well, we're going to keep track, see what happens there.
Yeah.
We'll let you know as soon as we know. Okay, well, I think to finish this week, as always,
Yeah.
the useless app of the week.
Debatably useless app.
Yeah, to be honest, I found this one quite tricky because usually they're useless.
Yeah.
But this one was actually kind of entertaining.
Oh, okay.
But to adults, it's useless. But to children, maybe not so much.
Yeah. So you're saying it's some kind of super cool game with shooting and...
Not really. We have a close-up of it. Basically, right, the app is called Steamy Window.
Yeah, that looks like a fogged up window.
Well, Shane, funny you say that because it's meant to be a fogged-up window, like you're in your car. Now, you might remember as a child, you'd always be like playing with the window and writing your name in it and stuff. So if you want to touch the screen there, you see, it's like a condensation window. And yeah,
is brilliant.
of course, by default, you've drawn a penis. So you're able to basically rub it, and it looks like condensation on a window.
Yeah.
One woman on the Google Play Store wrote, I used a baby wipe to wipe my phone, and she said she was really confused then. She couldn't tell if there was actual condensation on her phone or not. But here's the cool bit. Blow into the microphone, and it goes back foggy again.
Ah.
So that's kind of nifty.
It's pretty good.
Steamy Window.
My dad used to kill me for writing on the window.
Well, you should get this app, and he'll never give out to you again. It's free as well, so that's always a plus.
Excellent.
Would you download it tonight?
Still don't have an iPhone.
Okay, well, when you do, that's going to be the #1.
Oh, yeah. Just animal noises and tickling babies. And
all sorts of fun.
yeah.
Okay, that's it for this week's Feck Tech.
Goodbye. Sorry.
Bye.